How's it going, everybody? It is Taco Tuesday here, and today, for you, I have another solo base. So this solo base relates to my previous base build, Mistfield Keep, which is a solo/duo base. But this one is a little upgrade, so if you felt that one was way too light for you, this one might be a better suit for you. Anyways, through the first door to your right and left, you have some dump chests. I highly advise you put code locks on here just in case somebody is successful in door camping you. You want to have some time to close the door on them before they steal your loot. So, yeah. Up here, this would be the best spot to close the door on them if they're trying to hatch it down your chest. I will get to why these signs are here in a second, but anyways, up here, these are some gun chests. I put it close to the door just to prevent some door campers, and I'll show you how to do this. So in my Mistfield Keep, I had something like this, but here I have it a little bit upgraded, in which you have signs to prevent people from headshotting you from a distance. So there you go, you can prevent people from door camping. It doesn't work fully, but you can use the roof to do so if you want to. Anyways, let's head back into his center pod. Here, this is a unhatchable bed, so you'll have to destroy the ladder hatch before you can get to the bed first, so you'll be safe for now. Here, these are those chests that had all the tools in them. I wanted to keep these chests close to the door so you could easily go out and farm when you want to. Here you go, some lanterns. These lanterns act as a hidden chest. Well, I mean, sometimes people will find them, but sometimes people will skip over them, so I don't know if they actually decay or not, so you might want to watch out for that too. Here, these landmines will destroy the cupboard when you shoot them, so if somebody has compromised your central cupboard, you can destroy the cupboard using the landmines and transition the cupboard access to the outside cupboards, making them buy you a little bit of time to defend. That's if it was an online raid, of course. Here, these are some furnace rooms and some chests. Here, I would store all your wood and a little bit of your unsmelted metal, along with some unsmelted sulfur. Lantern. Over here, same thing, symmetrical. So I usually like to keep this in the same room, and the furnaces actually transition to the upstairs, which I'll get into a bit. Some campfire to cook up some food, furnace. And these 4 chests are kind of just whatever you want to store in here. You can have them as dump chests, you can have them as component chests, whatever. Once again, your 3 furnaces, close the door. Anyways, let's head upstairs. So this will be your loot room. This loot room is the same thing as your Mistfield Keep. The only difference is it's a square in the center, so you'll have 4 sides to your loot room. What I like about this loot room is because whenever I play solo, or when I used to play solo, I always had these super small bases, and whenever I'd fill up on chests, there was no possible way for me to place another one. And if you remember my Mistfield Keep base had 20 large chests. This one has 34 large chests, which is a little less than double, but yeah, no, it's still a lot of chests, we gotta admit. But what I also like about this loot room is the furnaces stick through the floor, so if you're smelting some metal, you can easily access that metal without having to go down the ladder hatch again. So everything is accessible in this room. I like it a lot, very convenient, lots of lighting, stuff like that. Anyways, up to the roof. I like our roof because it's very simple, doesn't really cost that much to build, and it just pretty much just does what you need it to do. So let's say somebody's harassing you down below, you can easily take them out with the height advantage. Obviously, I do not recommend you roof camping because that ruins your reputation throughout the server, and you don't want to really piss off clans, especially if they know where you live. So anyways guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let's move on to the base build. Alrighty everybody, so before we get right into the base build, I want to talk about a few basic facts about the base. So to start it off, it costs 20,000 stone, which is a little bit more than my Mistfield Keep, but let's keep in mind that's a little better as well. Next, it's intended for 2 people, meaning that if you're a solo player, it should work well for you, and if you're a trio, it should also work well, but you might have a little bit of issues. Any more than 3 people, you will run into a hectic situation, which is never any good. Next, 34 chests. 34 large chests, that is, which is 14 more than Mistfield Keep. It is also an expandable base, which I will get to here in a second. So when you're on your server, your main focus should be expanding, because when you stop expanding, your base stops getting stronger. Common sense, right? Well, you'd be surprised if I told you that a lot of solo players kind of just leave these super small and easy to raid bases and don't expand after that. And they're always complaining, why am I getting raided? Well, it's because you're not expanding your base. I mean, it's a different story if you're getting raided early, but once again, your main focus should always be expanding, and you should never leave your base as it is. But anyways guys, let's move on. So it's first day of wipe, and you've screwed around a little bit and you have a little bit of resources. You're ready to set up a little 1x1. Set up your 1x1 and put your shelf closest to one of the sides. Next, put your chest on the top shelf or the top part of the shelf, and you can also put some chests in the bottom part of the shelf, completely up to you. This will be where your doorway is. Anyways, when you're ready to set up a door, you can either use wood or sheet metal, completely up to you. I don't recommend putting furnaces in here, but if you think it's necessary, you can do so. Landmines are kind of optional, but if you don't want to have the landmines, you don't really have to. I just think it's nice to be able to take out your cupboard when you need to. Next, you have to place the landmines before you place the cupboard, so just remember that. Then you're going to finish off your 1x1 into your walls. This shouldn't be that hard of a process, even if you're taking it slow. Anyways, finish off your 1x1 with the ladder hatch. This is completely optional, you can use just a normal flooring, but completely up to you. Anyways, I'm not going to commentate through the entire base build, so I'm just going to let you guys go here. Anyways, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and peace.
Take this ride together, and we can feel like this forever, ever, ever, ever. Ride together, together, ever, ever, ever. Feel like this forever. Ride together, this forever, this forever.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah.